All right, let's get this show started.
Daniel Cormier and Jon Jones are trading shots once again. The latest exchange began when Cormier questioned why Jones wasn't spending Thanksgiving with his family, commenting under a video of Jones eating in Chechnya. Why is Jon Jones not with his family on Thanksgiving holiday? Jones fired back, tweeting, "Imagine a man getting his ass kicked, and years later he's still pondering how I spent my holidays. Brother, that's not concern, that's a long-term rental, utilities included." He then shared this video mocking DC.
I own a rent-free mansion in your head for the rest of your life. I want to take the time out to say a happy Thanksgiving to the people who are not with their friends and family today. Happy Thanksgiving. And if no one tells you that they love you, I love you. Have a blessed day. We love you. Happy Thanksgiving.
It now looks like we'll see Khamzat Chimaev versus Nassourdine Imavov sometime after Ramadan in 2026. Chimaev is expected to undergo surgery on his leg, which will keep him out until after Ramadan. Because he won't be able to resume full training until March, his earliest possible return to the octagon would be in April. Meanwhile, Imavov revealed that he recently spoke with the UFC and could be next in line for a title shot. He tweeted, "Had a good conversation with UFC. I told them, title shot only. If we have to wait, we'll wait. No distractions, no detours. Great things require great preparation. Make no mistake, I'll be ready. I'm not used to waiting, but this time I have to." Khamzat accepted the call-out, writing, "See you after Ramadan, Imavov. You have time to work on your wrestling, bratishka." Reports on Thursday indicated that Ilia Topuria will not be making his anticipated return in early 2026, disappointing fans who hope to see him back sooner. Topuria confirmed the news himself, posting on X that it will be several months before he steps into the octagon again. "I won't be fighting in the first quarter of next year. I'm going through a difficult moment in my personal life. I want to focus on my children and resolve the situation as soon as possible. I don't want to hold up a division. The UFC will make the matchups needed, and as soon as the matters are resolved, I'll let the UFC know I'm ready to begin my return." Soon after, Topuria received some supportive words from a familiar rival, Max Holloway, whom he faced in 2024. Holloway wrote, "Sorry to hear, champ. If it's what I'm hearing it is, I know the struggle firsthand trying to fight while protecting your kids. Hope all goes well." Topuria replied, "Thanks for the support, brother. All the best for you and your family." UFC 324 finally has some life after Dana White delivered a surprise Thanksgiving announcement. White revealed Thursday afternoon that the main event for the UFC's first numbered event of the Paramount era will be Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim lightweight title, with the winner expected to face Ilia Topuria later in 2026 in a unification bout.
Obviously, you just saw Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim title. Earlier, Topuria posted, "I'm dealing with some personal problems, so I'm not gonna fight the first quarter." So the winner of Gaethje versus Paddy will be the interim title, and then they will face Topuria.
The co-main event will see former teammates Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes collide as they battle for Harrison's newly won bantamweight championship. In addition, Sean O'Malley is set to face number 5 ranked Song Yadong, along with several other notable matchups added to the card.
Kayla Harrison and Amanda Nunes for the bantamweight title. That's a badass fight. O'Malley and Song Yadong. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. Arnold Allen and Gene Silva. Alexa Grasso versus Rose Namajunas. And just added like an hour ago, 2 hours ago, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Figueiredo.
White also confirmed that Alexander Volkanovski will defend his title against Diego Lopez at UFC 325, scheduled just 1 week later on January 31st.
And I'm going to announce this for you. 1 week later, we have Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez. So that's January 31st, UFC 325 from Sydney, Australia. There's a bunch of other fights on there. I'll tell you later. How's everybody? You guys good? You happy? You mad?
Lerone Murphy, widely viewed as a frontrunner for the next title shot, voiced his frustration after being passed over. He tweeted, "Missing the opportunity to fight one of the featherweight GOATs is what hurts me the most. It's not about who's the best anymore, it's about who's most popular. It is what it is. Business is never personal. We dust off and move forward." Later he added, March UK against anyone. Another top contender, Movsar Evloev, also weighed in, offering to settle things directly with a showdown for the #1 contender spot. He wrote, Leon Murphy, I will give you the opportunity to fight the #1 contender. Tell your people you're ready to fight me on the same card as the championship. Many in the MMA community, including former champion Aljamain Sterling, expressed frustration over the UFC's decision to book Volkanovski vs Lopez too. Sharing his thoughts on X, Sterling wrote, I agree with Lerone. Even if I didn't get it, him or Movsar for sure should have been the guy. Movsar got passed over by Lopez once and he gets another opportunity for gold, LOL. Fair play to Lopez, but you can see why guys start to lose love for the game. Cold world. It's up to the fans to start complaining about this nonsense. It's obvious the fighters can't do anything but fight who they offer us. The UFC caters to you fans. Do you guys want merit or popularity in these marquee fights? Speak on it, all of you. He finished with, it's 110% not what it used to be. I ride for the company, but this shit is beyond frustrating. I get their POV, but stop saying we give the fans the fights that they want to see and we make the best fight the best. It's way more frequent now and extremely hard to ignore, especially at your weight class. Ariel Helwani, along with much of the MMA community, is outraged that the UFC chose to pass over Arman Tsarukyan and instead booked Justin Gaethje vs Paddy Pimblett for the interim lightweight title at UFC 324. Speaking on his YouTube MMA show, Helwani said he was stunned the promotion ignored the clear #1 contender. He argued that Gaethje vs Pimblett is a fine matchup, but shouldn't be for an interim belt. Instead, Helwani suggested that Tsarukyan should face Ilia Topuria, with the winner of that bout meeting the winner of Gaethje vs Pimblett.
An interim title fight, by the way, that does not feature a #1 contender, because the #1 contender at 155 pounds is a guy named Arman Tsarukyan, and he's not involved in this fight. And of course, the champion Ilia Topuria is not involved in this fight. This is a makeshift fight. This is as prestigious as a BMF title. God bless. I said I wanted to see Paddy fight for the belt. God bless. I said, Justin, I think you need to win a couple more. He said he was going to retire unless he got a title fight. I guess he's not retiring. He's fighting for an interim title. But this is a bogus fight, and it's insane to me that it is headlining over Kayla Harrison versus Amanda Nunes. On paper, Paddy versus Justin, if Paddy wasn't fighting Ilia and Ilia's supposed to fight Arman, on paper, Paddy versus Justin is a fine fight to determine the #1 contender to fight Ilia and or Arman. Ilia won that belt back in June. I don't even think you need an interim title fight. Honestly, it should have been the co-main event, 5-round #1 contender fight, Ilia versus Arman, second half of the year. What's the problem with that? And now what you just said, because he reiterated this in the Instagram live, the winner of this fight is going to fight Ilia. What happens to Arman? Arman's going to have to fight who? What is going on? What does Arman Tsarukyan have to do to get a shot at the belt now?
Tsarukyan responded shortly after the announcement, expressing clear confusion over the decision. Posting his first reaction on X, he wrote, "Make it make sense." The MMA community quickly followed with a wave of reactions, many echoing Arman's frustration. One fan wrote, "Dana really did Arman dirty again. The guy has fought every monster in the division, proved he's the real #1 contender, and still gets skipped so Paddy can get another hype boost. Merit doesn't matter anymore." Paddy Pimblett getting an interim title shot is hilarious. In a few weeks, Paddy or Gaethje might have a belt wrapped around their waist when there is a clear-cut #1 contender, UFC or WWE. Another wrote, "Dana and team came together and said, let's just piss everyone off." Paddy doesn't deserve to be anywhere near the title right now, especially after Arman cemented himself as the #1 contender. It should be Arman versus Justin whilst Ilia recovers from his heartbreak. By the way, I don't want to hear anyone criticize Khamzat now. He's legit injured, unlike Ilia. Should have been Holloway over both, LMAO. Another tweeted, "Disgrace, just created the interim so Justin gets what he wants, and if Paddy wins, more hype for a matchup with Ilia. Interim lightweight without the #1 contender? Is this UFC or WWE?" Here are the top 3 memes found on the internet. Number 3 meme was posted by As Shopped As It Gets. Number 2 meme was posted by Fight Culture. And number 1 meme was posted by Myself Main. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel to stay updated with the latest MMA news.